What's up, everyone? I'm Jay, and today we'll be looking at Clue and judging it on a 5-star, 10-star, and 5,000 point scale. Let's get right into it. Clue is a mystery comedy movie that was released in 1985 and is based off the classic Clue board game. That's right, a board game. It is a dark and stormy night when this film begins. 6 people under aliases arrive at the estate of a man who is blackmailing all of them. Through a series of circumstances, the man, Mr. Body, is murdered. Get it? Mr. Body? Because he becomes a dead body. Anyway, this group of 6 people, along with the butler and the maid, all attempt to figure out which of them is the murderer while not being killed themselves. The characters are also named after the tokens in the Clue board game. Was it Miss Scarlet, Miss White, one of these gentlemen, or perhaps the butler? While a murder mystery comedy is by no means a standard combination, it is a fairly good one. I'm a huge fan of mysteries. I love trying to figure out the mystery beforehand, and the comedy is pretty good as well. I did think that the beginning of this movie was a bit slow, and the characters were necessarily a bit stupid, but it was entertaining nonetheless. I give 600 points for watch value. In an attempt to hold spoilers for anyone who plans on watching this movie, I will not be revealing anything about the end of this movie until after the scores. However, one thing you should know is that this movie has 3 possible endings. This means that for some people, there's definitely a reason to rewatch this movie to get a different ending. Other people who are a bit more thoughtful will realize something else that I will talk about at the end. I think I may watch this movie again if anyone I know wants to see it. I give 500 points for rewatch value. This movie is written much like other mystery stories. There are plenty of red herrings and possible outcomes that you may not be ready for. In terms of characters, all of the characters are well written and have some level of depth. There's also a lot of backstory for each character that obviously had some level of thought put into it. I would say that plenty of work was put into this movie even if it didn't yield much depth. I give 600 points for writing and plot. Of all the things in this movie, the actors are probably the most important. They all stick to their characters in ways that are believable for the situation that they are in. I have to especially point out the butler, played by Tim Curry. He probably has twice as many lines as anyone else, and he does a great job of guiding the audience through the story. I give 800 points for acting and voice. There aren't many special effects in this movie, but everything else, the setting and the costumes, all look great. There's definitely a level of detail given to every part of this house, and I'm pretty curious about whether or not this is a real house or not. It definitely doesn't feel like a set. I give 800 points for effects and set. And now to reveal the murderer. I mean the scores. We've got 3.3 out of 5, 6.6 out of 10, and 3,300 points. I will really quickly reveal my favorite scene before diving into my deeper thoughts and spoiler territory.
Da, 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 da. I am your singing telegram.
This scene happens with just as much context in the movie, which is to say none, and I laughed super hard at it. So now for some spoiler-filled discussion. As someone who loves figuring out the mystery, this movie was really frustrating. There are 3 endings, but the rest of the movie doesn't change for any of them. This means that the movie is vague enough that it can include 3 different people being the murderer, or even in one ending, everyone being the murderer. For example, there's one scene where I suspected that Colonel Mustard was the murderer because he wasn't shown right before the murder was committed. In one of the endings, I was right about the specific murder. In another ending, I wasn't. It's like if you were playing Clue in a room full of people. There were 3 games of Clue going at once, and you were about to win your game. You stand up to announce that you know who it is, I accuse, and the moderator stops you and says, "I'm sorry, but we're switching the game you're in. You'll have to come over to this other table." But you've already started your accusation, so you'll just have to lose. You have as much chance of figuring out the mystery by guessing as you do by deduction. That frustrates me, and I'm guessing it would frustrate some of you. This movie also managed to pull in a lot more murders than I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be Mr. Body, but 5 other people die randomly. And on that morbid note, I'm done talking. Until next time, enjoy entertainment and judge it fairly. This has been Just Jay Review.